My name is John Boucher. I'm running for Texas House District 16 because we need to fix Texas House. It's a mess right now. Democrats are running the House. We work so hard to get the Republican majority in the House, and we have a couple of dozen Republicans every cycle that go down the hall and join the Democrats and then leverage the power they get for personal endorsements and to enrich themselves. I'm sick of it. So I'm running to take the place of one of those 26 rhinos that did that this last time. My name is John Boucher. I'm running for Texas House District 16. I hope you vote for me.
Once. After we're done with candidates.
No, last time we were here, the AC was out. I'm glad today it's cold, so we're actually comfortable tonight. You know, when I was a kid, people asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up, and it was either be an astronaut, fighter pilot, or soldier. And I know some of you may be thinking, he's a military vet, he went to Harvard. Is that Johnny Kim? No, I'm not. Johnny's actually an astronaut. He was Navy, I'm actually Army, and though we both went to Harvard. Johnny went to medical school and I went to business school. I'm Nick Tran. I'm a father, a husband, soldier, and scholar. And allow me to share my story, my journey, of how I became a soldier and why I'm running for Congressional 8th District here in Texas. When I was 5 years old, my country was destroyed by communism. My father and I escaped during the fall of Saigon as my country, Vietnam, was a constitutional republic modeled after the United States. We came in here with just the clothes on our backs on a small boat made for 18 people, and 100 people jumped on board. And we were stranded out in the ocean for 3 days. And the third day, as people started dying from dehydration, an American warship rescued us. That was my first experience and first time meeting Americans. And though I was only 5 years old, I knew that I had to pay this country back, and I did the best I could. The only way I could to repay this country was by putting on the uniform when I was of age. And when I turned 21 years old, Saddam invaded Kuwait that very day, August 2nd, 1990. 3 weeks later, we were in Saudi Arabia, and not long after that, we crossed the border into Iraq, fought 278 miles across Iraq, and liberated Kuwait. Growing up as a Catholic, thou shalt not kill was one of the 10 commandments. I had struggles because fighting in a war as an artillery man, we fought a lot of rounds. I stopped crying when we got to Kuwait and found out the atrocities that Iraqi army imposed on the civilians of Kuwait. We liberated them. I stopped crying. I stopped crying at night, begging for forgiveness when I went to bed, and I started doing my mission. 3 years, I served honorably, was discharged, went home, used my GI Bill to start college and then my career, a very comfortable career in energy. Had bought my own home down in Coles Crossing in Cyprus, and in 9/11, September 11, 2001, that changed. As I saw those towers get hit by those planes, again, I felt that need to serve again, so I re-enlisted, went to Afghanistan, fought in Afghanistan, and then fought again in Iraq. 13 years in the Army. I got out, started a career in oil and gas, helping veterans get back on their feet, fighting for America's independence. You know, never thought I would be a politician. I decided to run in politics because I was tired. I was tired of things being supposed to be up, it's upside down. I'm tired of people coming here, destroying our country. I came here as an immigrant. I chose to be an American. I assimilated quickly, and I'm tired of people coming to this country illegally, skipping the line. Well, I didn't skip the line. You know, we don't owe them our country. If they come here, they owe us our loyalty. Their loyalty. You know, I can confidently say that in this room, I've probably seen more war than the average person. Not just these medals. Each of these represents each of the war I fought. But I was born in war. I lost my country to war. I lost my mother to war. I know the cost of war. And as a member of Congress, sending your children, my children, your grandchildren to war, I'm not going to do that lightly. It better be damn well to protect our sovereignty, not some other country's sovereignty. It better be defending our borders, not Ukraine's. I'm Nick Tran, running for Congress. NickTranForTexas.com to learn more about me and what I'm fighting for. Thank you.
I'm Lucian Roundtree, and I'm speaking for Kristen Plaisance. She is running against Cecil Bell. So our county has an opportunity, as John Boucher was saying, to flip not one, but 2 seats in the Texas House, and those are greatly needed. You know Kristen, so I don't think I need to sell a lot of you on her. But something that really impressed me that she said, I'm going to repeat. Hopefully you've heard this. She and her husband kicked in $100,000 into her campaign. Now they're not wealthy folks. So they are basically betting the farm on that race. The bad news is the experts say the cost of that race is probably going to reach $200,000. So she's going to need your support in many ways, not only financially, but any of you that are willing and able to block walk. Anything you can do would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Cassie Shuttlecuddy and I'm here on behalf of Jessica Steinman, who is running for Congress in Texas Congressional District 8. She is endorsed by Senator Ted Cruz, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and Congressman Morgan Luttrell. She has been in this fight for our conservative values long before entering this race. She served in President Trump's first administration as a senior official in the Department of Justice and went on to serve as Executive General Counsel for America First Policy Institute, where she has protected girls who were forced to compete against boys, where she's defended parents who were cut out of crucial conversations regarding their children, and countless other priorities that mean a lot to this county. She has experience, she's proven, and in a time like this, when Texas is facing potentially 30 new GOP representatives, we really do need somebody who is going to be able to come in and get things done, and Jessica Steinman is that candidate. If you would like to learn more, please find me or visit her website, jessicasteinman.com. And I'm also here for Brandon Steinman, her husband, who is our county clerk, and he's up for re-election. All right, thank you, Bob, for inviting me on the Tea Party on Monday. I'm Lisa Gilmore, and I'm here on behalf of Charlie Miller. Charlie Miller is running to be your next senator for District 4, and he's not a politician at all. He is a small business owner. He has never had a government job in his life except for the 2 years that he worked or was a part of the U.S. Air Force. He is running a very tough race. He is definitely the underdog in this race. And he is going to need all the support that he can get. But the fun thing about him is that he's a good man. He's a father, a grandfather. He is the underdog, and our country was founded by underdogs. So in the beginning, we had Thomas Jefferson, but nobody thought we were going to beat Britain. No way. When Texas, I'm a big history buff, so I'm going to try to segue not into that, but when Texians were fighting, nobody wanted to fund us. We were begging in New Orleans for money. So when Charlie and I got together and I started working for him, I knew that this was going to be a tough race, but he ain't afraid of a fight. So y'all just be on the lookout for Charlie Miller. So thank you for the opportunity.
Hi, my name is Martin Etoile. I'm Christian by choice, American by choice, and Texan by choice. And I am a fighter by choice. I've been fighting for Texas, been fighting for America for the past 4 years. And one thing we need to fight for is Trump has signed so many executive orders. We need those into, we need them codified into the law of the land. That way the next crazy does not come and undo what is done. And that's why I'm going to Congress, to be able to, with my background as a constitutional attorney, be able to support those executive orders and provide good language and make them become law. That way America can stand strong. We are, as a nation, at a precipice right now, whatever that word is. And we are teetering. We either collapse after 249 years, or we continue for many, many more years. When communism knocking on our doors, you know, I'm from Uganda, crazy communist, from Uganda became a mayor of New York right now, a city of 16 million people. We can't have that in America. And I understand that better than most in this room. What it means to come from a place that communism has destroyed, socialism has destroyed. And here in America, we're welcoming that. Not on my watch. I have kids to fight for. I have this great land that provided me everything when I had nothing to fight for. And that's why I'm running for Congress, for Texas 2nd Congressional District. Appreciate your support. martinetwab.com. Let's do this together. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Ben Cooper, and I'm here on behalf of Steve Toth, who's running for Congressional District 2. Let me just say first off, I think Steve would have loved to have been here, and unfortunately he couldn't make it. However, I'm here, and I can't speak for him directly, right? But I want to give a little bit of a personal statement for the reasons why I wouldn't work for anybody else. And I was so lucky to join the team this past session in the Texas House. And I really got to see the moral integrity and the character that Steve exhibits every single day. And it is something that, you know, you have to experience for yourself, because it's one thing for me to say that, and it's a complete other thing for you to actually understand it and see it for yourself. Steve has relentlessly fought for this district, HD 15, and he's going to bring that to CD2. And unfortunately, we've had a representative who has put his own self-interest far above that of his own constituents. And I think it's time that we had someone that is really going to be here and fight for every one of us and the things that actually matter to us. And unfortunately, we don't have that now. And I think Steve is the one to do that. And, you know, I was so blessed to be a part of this team and to work as a policy analyst, and I'm so blessed to be a part of the team now in the campaign. But one thing that I cannot stress enough is no matter how deserving we are, or how much work and how much effort we will put into fighting for you, we also need you guys to help fight for us. And it's going to be a tough race, and we need people to come out here and help us walk and get the message out that Dan needs to go. And, you know, whenever you guys have a chance or you guys have time, we would love for you guys to come out and walk with us. We do it every week. We have cards out front. Steve is also very accessible, and I think that this is something that not many people understand. He has his phone number on the back of every one of the cards that we have out front. He's probably one of the most accessible representatives in the Texas House currently, and we're going to bring that to Congress as well. And I don't think that many other people are willing to put their values to the test like Steve is, because he truly cares about you, and he cares about the integrity that he brings to the district. And again, not many people are willing to kind of put themselves in a position in which their moral integrity can be challenged daily. And there's a reason why you don't see that kind of transparency by many others. So please come out. Please, if you have any questions, come up and please talk to me, Cassandra, or Braden. They're sitting right here. And if also, you can grab a card out front. Like I said, it has Steve's personal phone number, so he's very responsive and he tries to answer everybody's questions. And again, that's something that I don't know of any other representative that's either running or is in any current seat that you have the same accessibility to. So, thank you all so much.
Hi there, I am Brittany Gable-Hale, and I am running for Justice of the Peace Precinct 3. Thank you for having me. And I have grown up in Montgomery County. I was in education in Montgomery County for almost 10 years. I am raising my family here and my children. But anyway, so I absolutely believe that I will bring a different new perspective to a JP court. It is the people's court, so I think that's important to have somebody that will be on the same level as everyday citizens and individuals. And I would love to get to know you if you don't already know me. I've got cards out there, and I believe in absolutely upholding the law. I was raised in a law enforcement family with fairness and integrity and, of course, common sense. But and you can also go to my website, voteBrittanyJP3.com.
I am obviously not Gwen Withrow, but she asked me to speak for her. And I met Gwen a few years ago in Jefferson County, and she was one of the top 10 Republican women in Texas. She was one of the founders of the Spindletop Republican Women. And she was very involved there. When I first met her, she was kind of standoffish towards me because she had been told things. That's how the group here works against us. They spread rumors and they besmirch your, who you are, and people are kind of suspect. And when she moved to Montgomery County, I got to know her a lot better. We started working together, and she's like, I don't get it. Why do these people not like you? And I said, well, I got a list. I can read it down for you. But mostly, people don't like to be held accountable. And we're seeing that going on right now. And Gwen stepped up to be the chair of the party. She ran for the party, to be the chair of the party. She was impartial. She made her own decisions. She let the CDC vote, a republicanism form of government, right? And she's done an outstanding job. Since she's been in office, she's raised more money in just her short tenure of a year and a half than they did in the previous 6 or 8 years. We've had statewide officials visiting Montgomery County now, which they wouldn't do that before. We have one CDC meeting, right? Instead of splitting the party and doing all kind of crazy stuff. We've had amazing voter turnout. We're the reddest large county in Texas. And so the opposition says, I hate it all. And they want to put somebody else in there. So she needs your help. She needs all of our help. Would appreciate you guys supporting Gwen. We need to work for her because her position is vitally important to what's going on right now. And if I say the other side doesn't like accountability. I don't know how many of you agree with me, but I think the Republican Party's responsibility is not just to register voters and to get voters to the poll, but it's to educate voters so they know the correct way to vote. And the other thing that's understated is to hold elected officials accountable. When they stand on the stump and say, I believe in all the things you do, and then you elect them and they get there and they vote against all the things you do, you should hold them accountable. And Gwen has done an outstanding job of letting the CEC do that. So please vote for Gwen Withrow. When she comes back, when she's running, I'll help her out. And she's in Austin right now at an SREC award ceremony, so she couldn't be here tonight. But she asked me to speak for her, so thank you for giving me a couple minutes. CEC, County Executive Committee, that's your local Republican Party. SREC is State Republican Executive Committee, which is a state version of the County Executive Committee.
And who's the local Republican Party?
The local Montgomery County Republican Party, yes. We do have a fake Republican Party here also. But just remember this, and John Boucher said this, and we'll look right at the camera and I'll say it, fake Republican parties support fake Republicans.